Hello, it's Gem Games here once again, and in this video we're going to add the game start screen, or when the game starts, so the pipes doesn't like start moving or coming right away. So yeah, let's get started. First we want to go to the GM Flappy, and here on the event begin play we want to delete the start game, like that. We want to compile, save and go back to the level 1, and we want to open our player bird blueprint class. Okay, and here we want to first go to the gravity, and here where we add the force, we want to move it a little bit further, and we want to get a branch. Okay, connect it to the true. And the condition here will be, let's get the game mode reference, and let's get the game state. From the game state, we want to get not equal enum node. So we want to check if the game state is not equal to not started. So if it's running or dead, we want to call this gravity force. Okay. Now we want to compile and save. We can close this gravity. Now let's go to the event graph, and here under the event tick, let's actually move the event tick and begin play more up, like this. Here, let's move it even more actually. Okay, here we want to create a custom event. So custom event. Let's call this custom event like, oh, my computer is lagging. So let's call this idle movement or something like that. Now let's get from this and let's create a timeline. Let's call this idle TL for timeline. Now let's get from connect. Let's delete the link from the play and move it to the play from start. You can do it by keeping the control pressed and tracking, so it will move it. Okay. Now we want to open this idle TL, and we want to change the length to 1. Now we want to add a float track, and let's add a key to here to the start, time 0, value 0. Okay, now let's add a key here to the middle, time 0.5 and value 1. Now the last one, let's add here to the end, so time 1, value 0. So it is like a pyramid. Now we want to click on the middle pin and auto, and also the first pin and auto. Now it smooths the curve out, or it actually makes it a curve. Okay, now let's compile and we can close this idle TL template. Now what we want to do is we want to get the capsule component of our bird. From here we want to get world location, and we want to split the return value. And also we want to set the world location. Get the update. Let's split the new location. We want to connect the X and Y straight away, so we want to use the old values. But for the set, what we want to do, we want to get from the new location set, and we want to lerp. Okay, and what the lerp does is, if we connect this new track, which is this timeline track, which goes from 0 to 1 and back to 0 in time of 1 second, it will change the alpha, so it's 0, and then it slowly goes to the 1 and back to 0. Now we can set the values which represent the starting and the ending point. So starting point can be 0, and the ending point can be like 100. So it goes from 0 to 100 in like 0.5 seconds and back to there in 0.5 seconds. Okay? And after that has finished, we want to call this function again. So idle movement. So it will basically run forever. Now we want to create a function that we can make this idle animation to stop. So let's create another custom event. Let's call this stop idle moment. Let's connect this to stop, like that. Okay, now what we want to do, we want to go to the event begin play. And here we want to call the idle movement. Like that. Okay, and now we can actually try and see what happens. So let's compile, save all. Let's go to the level 1 and play. You can see our bird is idling on the screen, but we can't do anything yet. So how can we fix that? Let's go back to the player bird. And here on the input action jump, let's actually move everything under that a little bit further down. Okay? And here, what we want to do, because first we're checking if our game state is running. If it's not, so it means we are dead or we are not started. So we are on the starting screen. So let's get a do once node. So basically, when we are on the starting screen, it will do this, but it will not do this when we are dead because it only does it once. So what we want to do here is we want to get the game mode ref. And we want to get from it, and we want to start the game. So start game function that we have created before. Okay. Then we want to call our jump event. That's the reason why we didn't call our jump code from the input action jump. And we created this jump event because now we can call it from here also. After that, we want to stop idle movement. Okay, let's compile, let's save, let's play. So now when we click the screen, you can see the game starts. And when we die, it will go back to the same position. And when we click, it will start. So yeah, I think that was all for this video. If you like what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day and see you on the next one. Bye.